Hello, lovely people, and welcome back to another World Cup recap show. My name is Callum. We are Team Kopish. Make sure you smash that like as we discuss Uruguay and Korea drawing a blank, Cristiano Ronaldo doing Cristiano Ronaldo things, and Bolo scoring against the place he was born in, and then we got some Brazilian samba. Stay tuned. Let's do this. Hope you're all well, lovely people. Hope you're all good. First and foremost, if you didn't, make sure you check out our show that we did earlier on today, or whenever you're watching this earlier on in the day that this was filmed, regarding Julian Ward, Ian Graham, and Liverpool Football Club as a whole. Fun times. But let me not digress. We are here to speak about the World Cup in Qatar 2022. And we start with the game that failed to deliver today. Got Korea Republic, captained by Heung-min Son, back from his facial injury against Uruguay. Well, who did we have an vested interest in? That's right, my striker, D9, aka Darwin, aka Calvin Nunes. And I've got to be honest, I think the game failed to deliver. I think Korea had some moments. Uruguay kind of on the peripheral of the game. Valverde. Do you know what? Let me start with Valverde. There's been talk of Bellingham going to Real Madrid. There's been talk about this player going to Real Madrid, that player going to Real Madrid. You see that kid, Valverde. Bloody hell, what a footballer. He has got everything to his game. Shooting, tick. Pace, tick. Tackling, tick. Work rate, tick. Skillful, tick. Mentality monster, tick. What a phenomenal footballer. He deserved to be a winner today. However, another player who I would have used all of those objectives with previously, Luis Suarez, I'll be honest, he looks a shadow of himself now. And it's allowed. He's in his mid to late 30s. He's allowed to, let's be honest. He should be nowhere near that starting 11, though, let's be honest. He just wasn't the guy. And maybe I'm being a bit biased because I want to see Nunes shine, but Nunes having to do graveyard shift today because Suarez was shoehorned in. Wasn't a good look. And even at times where Nunes could have been put through, the ball just wasn't right for him. Something's got to happen with this Uruguay team. I've got to be honest. You've got to get the best out of Nunes. You've got to get the best out of your future, especially when Cavani and Suarez are not the present anymore. They're just not. Phenomenal strikers back in the day. Phenomenal. But they ain't those guys anymore. But I've also got to give a special shout out to another man from Uruguay. Godin. This guy is one of the most underrated and underappreciated centre-backs of this generation. We speak about Thiago Silva, Virgil van Dijk, your Rudigers, all these centre-backs. One name that people often forget to mention is Godin. People speak about Bonucci, Chiellini, Godin. This guy was at the heart of everything Atletico Madrid did well. The foundation of sensational, hard to break down defenses for club and country. And he didn't put a foot wrong today in the game against Korea Republic. He is truly, truly one of the best centre-backs of this generation. And I think it's time we give him his flowers. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Uruguay and Korea Republic next. Both teams need a win. On to the next game that I'm going to discuss. Switzerland 1, Cameroon 0. Again, not the most entertaining the game. Switzerland could have scored a couple more. Cameroon could have scored here and there. Cameroon could have made better decisions here and there. But we've got to speak about the man who got the winning goal, and that's Mbolo. Scoring against the country that he was born in. And I've got to say, the respect he showed, hats off to you, man. Hats off to you. Well done to you. Congratulations on your goal. Congratulations on winning the game for your team. But that respect, that show of respect, will endear you to those Cameroon fans from now till forever. You could have gone crazy, celebrated. You took a step back, you looked at the situation, and you paid your respect. I rate that. I really do rate that. It takes a big man to do that. And you are a big man for doing that. Full ratings. Again, looking at the African teams, and obviously we'll speak about Ghana shortly, but Senegal drawing a blank, Cameroon now drawing a blank. Need one of these African teams to start stepping up, man. They bring that flair, that flavor to a competition. We need at least one of them to get through the group stages, even if I'm being a bit biased because I've got friends from the continent. They need to step up now, though, man. And Cameroon didn't really look as though they were really going to take that game by the scruff of the neck today. But again, I'm just giving flowers to a man from Uruguay. I got to give flowers to a man from Switzerland, Jan Sommer. Again, one of the most underappreciated, undervalued goalkeepers of this era. And shout out to Drifty, because Drifty always shouts at Jan Sommer when he gets a chance. This guy's been plying his trade over in Germany, just taking his time, doing his thing, going under the radar. If he was in the Premier League, he would have been given so many more plaudits than he has. Virtually every time I see him play, he barely puts a foot wrong. Commanding, good shot stopper, decision making, positioning. Jan Sommer is a beast of a goalkeeper. It's just a shame he's on that side of the hill where you may be thinking he's going to start winding his career down. Quality. And you know what? Everyone knows I like to throw a little shade at Arsenal. Xhaka had a great game as well, in my opinion. Marshall, that midfield. He just leaves like a different player with a new lease of life this season. So kudos to Xhaka, man, because he carried that midfield and he dominated that midfield, in my opinion, today and had a really good game. So shout out to him. Shout out to him. And shout out to Switzerland as well. Going to be interesting to see how far they go in this. Now we move on to the spicy stuff. Say what you want about him. Piers Morgan interviews. Man United contract terminated. Releases a new watch. Diva, prima donna. And look, I'm not I Show Speed, or I'm not a Ronaldo fan like that. Big up I Show Speed. I'm not a Ronaldo fan like that. I have to sit back as a football fan, and appreciate this man for what he is. Let me break it down for you. The first player in World Cup history to score in 5 World Cup. Let me say that for the people in the back. The first player in World Cup history to score in 5 tournaments. People, that's 20 years. Scoring in 5 World Cups is crazy. I think the record previously was Pele with 4. That in itself is crazy. But 20 years. And I'll be honest with you. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I wouldn't put it past him for him being at the next World Cup. I just wouldn't. Can't really write off a man like that, especially the sort of power he has. And I'll be honest with you. I don't think he had a good game today. Stuck his penalty away like he always does. Don't think he had a good game. If I'm going to be completely brutally honest, I think he's holding Portugal back. I think if Ronaldo were to be dropped and they use a different system that doesn't revolve around getting the ball to Ronaldo, I think they would thrive better. But at the same time, I have to hold my hands up and be like, this guy just a phenomenon. And check this as well. He's now Portugal's youngest ever goal scorer and Portugal's oldest ever goal scorer. Make it make sense. It's different. I have to respect it. I just have to. But onto the game. Portugal dominated for large parts. But I'll be honest, I think Ghana handed them that game. The decision to start certain players and not start others, the decision to make the subs when the subs were made, just wasn't right. I do think Ghana had Portugal there for the taking potentially. They just didn't do it. I think they made it a lot easier for Portugal than it should have been, especially scoring the equaliser and then conceding 2 really quick goals. It's amateurish. Ghana are better than that. Ghana are way better than that. But they have to be better than that if they're going to get through this group now. Portugal have put themselves in a really good standing to start in this group. But it's going to be really interesting. Ghana, look, the Ghana coach is going to have to make some tough decisions. Some of the old guard may have to make way for the new guard. I think this is going to be a World Cup. We're going to see a lot of that sort of transition if teams really want to be serious about going far and winning it. And Ghana, in my opinion, have to be one of those teams that looks at some of the rig old guard and goes, you've had your time, thank you, but we're going to have to start breeding in some of the new blood now. But remains to be seen. And on to the final game before I let you guys go. But obviously, I'm hoping you've smashed the like button by now. I'm hoping you've smashed the like button, because if you haven't, I'll be very upset. So please smash the like button. The last game, the Samba boys versus Serbia. On paper, this was never going to be an easy game. And look, I'll be honest with you, you all know where I stand on a player like Milinkovic-Savic. I think he's phenomenal. And again, I think he had a really good game again. Brazil have just got a squad that is just, it really is. And he did it. He silenced the critics. I'll be honest, when I saw the starting lineup and I saw Jesus wasn't starting, I was thinking to myself, not only have you not brought Firmino, but then you've not started Jesus, who's had a better season than Richarlison so far, and you started Richarlison. Make it make sense. And it didn't make sense to me. But I tell you what, paid off and then some. The first goal, very predatory. Good play by Neymar and Vinicius. Imagine that Neymar and Vinicius in the same team at the same time. Madness. But well played by those two. Great save by the goalkeeper, but alert, switched on. And look, everyone knows I'm not a Richarlison fan. I'm not a fan of the person. But when it comes to being switched on in the box, he is switched on. He knows where to be and he's switched on. But you see this second goal here? You might just have to put this in the envelope and seal it, because this might be goal of the competition. The ball slightly behind him. He takes a first touch and acrobatically knocks it into the bottom corner. The goal's mad. The goal's mad. Let's be honest. I have to rate it. I don't like the guy. I don't like him being at the World Cup at the expense of Firmino. But what a goal, man. What a goal. And what a way to pay back the manager's faith that he put in him. And Brazil won out 2-0 winners against a tough Serbia team. Puts them in a great standing in the group. A clean sheet for our boy, Alisson Becker, AB1. And look, today was a great day of football. Today was a great day of football. And I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. But people, as always, thank you very much for catching up with us on this recap show. Make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Until we see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish and we are out, people. Take care.